Hello, students, and welcome once again to my channel Elevate Learning with Santosh Sir. Today, we are learning ICSE Grade 10 Mathematics. The chapter is Shares and Dividends. If you wish to learn from me online, you can join me by filling the inquiry form given in the description box. You can even connect me on my number given in the description. At the end of this module, we will be able to understand shares, terms related to shares, and solve problem based on shares and dividends. Let us begin. Students, in order to start a big company, a huge amount of capital is required. It is not always possible for an individual to arrange such a big capital. In such condition, what happens? He needs support. So people who trust him or who want to invest in his business, they come together and help him with money and they help him to start the company. And when the business grows, the person who has taken the money to start or the person who has taken the money can return the money with some profit to the investors or the partners. So, how to keep a record of how much somebody has invested and how much profit the person should be given out of his investment and what is his percentage of partnership. In order to keep this track, we have this concept called shares and dividends. Let us start with the introduction. As you know, in order to establish a big company, large amount of money is required. It is sometimes not possible for an individual to arrange such a big amount. In such case, the person who trusts him or are interested in his company, they join together and they invest. They divide the estimated value of company into small parts ranging from rupees 1 to rupees 100. Each part so obtained is called a share. The value fixed for each share is called its nominal value. The people who purchase shares are called shareholders. For example, you want to establish a company and the cost of establishment is rupees 1 lakh, and there are few people who are interested in your company, so you can divide this 1 lakh into 50 rupees. So your one share is of 50 rupees. So a person who has purchased 10 shares in your company will invest 500 rupees. Okay. And total, how many shares will your company have in the beginning? So this rupees 1 lakh is divided into 50 rupees. So we can have 2000 shares of your company. So these 2000 shares can be purchased by the people who are interested in your company or they want to join you. So they can purchase these shares. Any person can buy any number of shares. Okay, then each person who holds the share in your company will be called shareholder. I hope you understood the concept. Let's proceed. There are some points to remember. The fixed value of the share in the beginning is called nominal value. It is also called original value, registered value, printed value, face value, and it is also called as par value. This value of the share always remains constant because this value of the share was registered. So this is the initial value of the share, which is always constant. Mostly we use the term nominal value, face value, and par value. These are the terms which are mostly used. Next thing, now after starting the business, your company may go in profit or it may go in loss or it may be in no profit, no loss. In such condition, the price of your share change. If your company is in profit, the price of your share will increase. If the company is in loss, the price of your share will decrease. And if the company is at no profit, no loss, the price of your share will remain constant. So at any time in market, the value of your share is considered as the market value. It may be more than the face value, it may be less than the face value, it may be equal to the face value. It depends on the performance of your company. For a share, if market value is less than the face value, it means the company is at loss, then shares are sold at a discount. They are available at a discount. They are available at a price which is less than the nominal value. If the market value is equal to the face value, means your company is in no profit, no loss. In such condition, face value and market value are same, and we say that the shares are at par. Next thing, if the market value is more than the face value, means your company is in profit. In that case, your shares will be at premium. Their value will be more than the initial value or the nominal or the face value. Every year, the company gives some amount of money to its shareholder with respect to the investment made by them. This is called dividend or profit or return or income. It's like a goodwill that a company gives because you hold so many shares in that company. So company gives you a goodwill that can be called a dividend, profit, return or income. These are the terms used to express. Dividend is always expressed as the percentage of nominal value. Since market value of the share keeps on changing, it depends on the performance of your company, but nominal value of the share is always fixed. So dividend is always expressed as some percentage of the nominal value. Let's move ahead. Some important relations which will help you to solve the problems in this chapter. It is your investment is market value of one share multiplied by number of shares that you buy. Suppose that in a market the value of share is 50 and you have purchased 10 shares of that company. So how much you invested? It is rupees 500. So your investment is 500, which is market value multiplied by number of shares. This formula can be modified according to our convenience. We can say that market value of one share is investment upon number of shares, or number of shares is investment upon market value of one share. Next is the formula, the most important formula. It is there in almost all the question that comes in the board exam. The formula to calculate dividend. Dividend is given by number of share multiplied by rate of dividend multiplied by face value or nominal value of the share. As we learned earlier also that the dividend is expressed as some percentage of the face value or the nominal value. Next thing, we know that dividend is also called as income, return, profit. Number of shares can also be calculated by total dividend or profit divided by profit on one share or dividend on one share. And the rate of return or percentage profit can be calculated by your return divided by your investment into 100. You can pause the video and take a note of these formulae. Now we will be going ahead to start solving the problems. We will go from simple problems to the board exam questions. Let us start some basic calculations. For example, calculate the money required to buy 500 rupees 30 shares at premium of rupees 5. Now, what all things are mentioned in this question? The number of shares. Now, what all things are mentioned in this question? Rupees 30 shares means the face value of the share is rupees 30. They are at a premium of rupees 5 means their market value will be more than the face value. And how much more? When you add 5 rupees to the face value, you get the market value because the shares are at premium. Next thing, number of shares, as you need 500 shares. Now, what is the total investment? Your investment is given by number of shares multiplied by market value of each share. So 500 multiplied by 35 rupees, it will give you 17,500 rupees. Let's proceed. Calculate the money required to buy 200 rupees 15 shares at a discount of rupees 5. Means here the company is in loss. So the shares of this companies are at discount. So let's write the given information. We have the face value of the share as 15. They are available at a discount of 5 rupees. So their market value will be rupees 15 minus rupees 5, that is 10. And you need to purchase 200 shares. So number of shares is 200. Your investment will be number of shares multiplied by the market value, which is nothing but 2000. Let's proceed. Calculate the money required to buy 50 rupees 15 shares at par. At par, what does that mean? It means the market value is same as the face value. So we have the face value as rupees 15. Since the shares are at par, The market value becomes equal to the face value, which is rupees 15. You need to buy 50 shares. So your investment will be number of shares multiplied by market value. That is nothing but rupees 750. Let's proceed. Calculate the money required to buy 100 rupees 15 shares at 20% premium. Here the exact value of premium is not given, but its percentage is given. So with the help of this, we will have to first find the market value of the share. Let us learn how to find. So we have the face value of rupees 15. Now market value of this share will be rupees 15 plus 20% of rupees 15. This is the premium. So we will get rupees 15 plus 3, that is rupees 18. We got the market value. This is one of the important calculation that we will be requiring in the coming questions for board exam questions. So number of shares are 100. So once again, money required will be 100 multiplied by 18, that is 1800. Yash invested rupees 67,200 rupees in rupees 100 shares which are quoted at rupees 120. Find the income if 12% dividend is declared on the shares. Now what all things are there with us? We have the total investment in rupees 100 shares, means the face value is rupees 100, which are quoted at rupees 120, which means market value is rupees 120, and company is giving a dividend of 12%. Let's write the given information: investment, face value, market value. Number of shares can be given by the total investment upon market value of each share. So we get the number of shares. Why do we need the number of shares? Because if we need to find the dividend, we need number of shares multiplied by rate of dividend multiplied by face value. So let us now calculate the dividend. Number of shares multiplied by rate of dividend multiplied by the face value. So we get the dividend is 6720. Now this is the return, the profit or the income. A man bought 500 shares, each of face value rupees 10, of a certain business concern during the first year. After purchase, receives rupees 400 as dividend on his share. Find the rate of dividend on the shares. What we have over here, we have number of shares, we have face value of share, and we have the dividend. We need to find the rate of dividend. Let's proceed. So we have number of shares, face value, dividend. We know that dividend is given by number of share multiplied by rate of the dividend multiplied by face value of the share. On substitution, we can cancel out the zeros. Then we can cancel this 0 over here. 5 ones are, 5 eights are. So I believe the dividend over here will be 8%. Let's proceed. Now let's do some ICSE board exam questions. Mr. Parekh invested rupees 52,000 on rupees 100 shares at a discount of rupees 20, paying 8% dividend. At the end of 1 year, he sells the shares at premium of rupees 20. Find the annual dividend, the profit earned including his dividend. Let us start. So Mr. Parekh's investment is rupees 52,000 and the shares of rupees 100 are available at a discount of 20. So can we get the market value of the shares? It will be rupees 100 minus 20, that would be rupees 80. So how many share must Mr. Parekh have purchased? We know that number of shares is given by investment upon market value of each share. So Mr. Parekh has 650 shares of this company. This company whose shares are with face value 100 and it pays 8% dividend. So we have number of shares, we have rate of dividend, and we have face value. We can easily calculate the dividend now. So dividend is given by 650 multiplied by 8 upon 100 into 100. We can cancel out the zeros. We can multiply 65 by 8 and add a 0 to get the dividend. We get rupees 5,200 as the dividend. Now, what he did at the end of 1 year, He sells the share at the premium of rupees 20. Here, the market value at the end of 1 year is rupees 120. On selling these shares, he obtains rupees 78,000. For purchasing, he invested rupees 52,000. So what is the profit coming out over here? I think it is 26,000. Not only this, he also gained a profit of 5,200 from dividend. So now what is the total profit of Mr. Parikh? It would be 31,200. So we can calculate his profit and we can obtain 31,200 as profit of Mr. Parikh. Let's proceed here. Again, it is an ICSE board exam question. A man invested rupees 9,600 on rupees 100 shares at 80, means this is the face value and this is the market value. This is the investment. If the company pays 18% dividend, so we have the rate of dividend. We have to find number of shares, total dividend, and his percentage return. Let us start. We know that number of shares is given by investment upon market value of each share. So his number of shares will be 120. We got the answer for the first sub question. We know that dividend is given by number of shares multiplied by rate of dividend multiplied by face value of each share. So we can get the value of dividend 120 multiplied by 18 upon 100 into 100. We can cancel this. 18 times 12 we will do and add a 0 after it to get the total dividend, that is 2160. We got the answer for the second sub question. Percentage return is given by return upon investment into 100. So he gets a return of 2160 and his investment is rupees 9,600. So his percentage return will be 2160 upon 9600 into 100. We can cancel the zeros and we can do the division to get 22.5% as the answer to the third sub question. Let's proceed. Salman buys 50 shares of face value 100 available at rupees 132. We can see that the shares over here are at premium. This is the face value, this is the market value, and this is the number of shares. What is his investment? His investment will be number of shares multiplied by market value of each share. So we can get 132 multiplied by 50, that is 6,600. Answer to the first sub question. If dividend is 7.5%, so we have the rate of dividends. Let us calculate the annual income. Annual income is given by number of shares, that is 50, multiplied by rate of dividend, that is 7.5 upon 100, multiplied by face value, that is 100. We can cancel out the zeros. Now this 0 can eliminate the decimal. 75 into 5 is 375. So we can say that his annual income is 375. First two parts are done. If you want to increase his annual income by 150, how many extra shares should he buy? Now he needs 150 rupees more as his annual income. So let's find out, in order to get 150 rupees as annual income, how many shares are required. We will use the same formula for dividend, where dividend will become 150, number of shares we don't know, rate will remain the same, face value will remain the same. Let's do the calculation. So 150 is equal to x into 7.5 upon 100 into 100. We can cancel this. So we will get x is equal to 150 upon 7.5, which is nothing but 20. So we can say that Salman should buy 20 more shares if he wants to increase his income by rupees 150. So this is the answer for the third part. Let's come to the next part. Once again, this is a board exam problem. Again, name is same. Let's see, the problem is different. Salman invests a sum of money in rupees 50 shares paying 15% dividend quoted at 20% premium. Annual dividend is also given as 600. So what we have over here, rupees 50 shares means face value is there. 15% dividend, so rate of dividend is there, and 20% premium will help us to get the market value. we have to find the number of shares. We have the annual dividend, we have the rate of dividend, and we have the face value of the shares. This can help us to find the number of share. Let us find it out. We can cancel out the zeros. 5 times 1, 5 times 2. So 15 times 1, 15 times 4. 4 to the 8. So I think here we can see that he buys 80 shares. So first part is done. His total investment is nothing but the number of shares multiplied by market value of each share. Market value is not directly given in the question. We know that market value will be nothing but face value plus the premium. Premium is 20%. So 20% of 50 we will add, which is nothing but 10. So 50 plus 10 gives us 60 as the market value. So we have the market value, we have the number of share, we can find this total investment now. Let us find it is 80 times rupees 60, rupees 4,800. Let's come to the third part, rate of return on his investment. We know his investment, we know his income. So let us find the rate of return on his investment, which will be income upon investment into 100. 6 times 1, 6 times 8. So 100 upon 8 is 12.5. So we can get it as the rate of return is 12.5%. Let's proceed. Rohit invested rupees 9,600 in rupees 100 shares at rupees 20 premium, paying 8% dividend. So we have his investment, we have the face value of the share. 20 rupees premium will help us to get the market value. I think the market value would be 100 plus 20, that is rupees 120. Rate of dividend is also mentioned. Rohit sold the shares when the price rose to rupees 160. Okay. He invested the proceeds excluding dividend in 10% rupees 50 shares at rupees 40. Okay, okay. So here this is a kind of sale proceed question. This comes for 4 mark. This is very important question of sale proceed. Here what happens? A person purchases a share when the market value rises, he sells and he invests in some other shares, and these things keep on happening. It's not very complex to understand. Let's go step by step. Let's consider for the first share. Now, for the first share, what we have is market value is rupees 120 and his investment was rupees 9,600. So let us find his number of shares. So number of shares is nothing but investment upon market value of one share, which will give us 9,600 upon 120, 80. So we can come to know that original number of shares is 80. Now sale proceed. When he sold the share, the market value was rupees 160. He has 80 shares and he sells them when the price is rupees 160. So how much money will he get? That is called the sale proceed. So he will get rupees 160 into 80, that is 12,800. So this is the sale proceed. Now, what is he doing with this money that he obtained after selling the share? Excluding dividend. He is not using the dividend. Anyway, we have not calculated the dividend from the first share yet. So his sale proceed we have, and we know that this money he is investing it some other share. Now let's see about the second share. Let's start from here. He invested the proceeds in 10%, means this is the rate of dividend, rupees 50 shares, that is face value, at rupees 40, it is the market value. So market value of shares is rupees 40 and he has rupees 12,800 to invest. How many shares of second type will he get? So market value of new shares is rupees 40. New number of shares will be 320. So we have this new number of shares. So basically we have completed the first 3 parts. Now the fourth part asks us change in the 2 dividends. So let us find his dividend in the first share and then in the second share, and then let us find out the change. So dividend is given by number of shares into rate upon 100 into face value of share. Now for the first share, we can say that dividend is 80 multiplied by 8 upon 100 into 100, which is nothing but rupees 640. So income from the first share is rupees 640, or dividend from the first share is rupees 640. Let's proceed. Dividend from the second share, we can calculate in the same way. We have 600. So change in his to dividend can be calculated by subtracting, and we can get the change in dividend as rupees 960. This is a 4-mark question when it comes in the board exam. Ashok invested rupees 26,400 on 12% rupees 25 shares of a company. If he receives a dividend of 2475, find the number of shares he bought, market value of each share. Let's start with what all information we have. This is the investment. 12% means this is the rate of dividend. Rupees 25 shares means face value is also there. He receives a dividend. We also have the dividend. We have dividend, we have rate, we have face value. This can help us to find the number of shares. Let us start. Let the number of shares be X. We know that dividend is number of shares multiplied by rate upon 100 into face value. So 2475 is equal to X into 12 upon 100 into 25. 25 4s are 100, 4 3s are 12, and 3 8s are 3 2s are 3 5s are. So I think the value of X that should come out is 825. So he has original number of shares. I mean, the number of shares he bought is 825. Now we have to find the market value. What to do? Let's see. Number of shares we have. The market value of one share is nothing but this investment upon number of shares. So market value of each share will be his investment upon number of shares. This will help us to get the market value of shares as rupees 32. So we completed the second part here. Let's proceed. How much should a man invest in rupees 50 shares selling at rupees 60 to obtain an income of 450 if the rate of dividend is 10%? Also find his yield percent to nearest whole number. So what all things are given over here? Rupees 50 shares, face value, selling at rupees 60, market value. This is the dividend. Then we have the rate of dividend. We have to find his yield percent to the nearest whole number and how much is his investment. Let us start. Let the number of shares be X. We have dividend, we have rate of dividend, and we have face value. This will help us to get the number of shares. We have number of shares as 90, and market value of 90 shares will be 90 multiplied by market value of each share. That is nothing but rupees 5,400. Next thing is yield percentage. Now dividend that he receives is 450 and investment that he has done is rupees 5,400. So this is the income, this is the investment. We can get his percentage yield by income upon investment into 100%. So we can finally solve this to get the value to the nearest whole number. So that would be 8%. I hope you have understood all the problems and this question as well. Let us continue. Here, let's start. A man invests rupees 22,500 in rupees 50 shares at a discount of 10%. If the dividend paid by company is 12%, so rate is given over here, investment is given over here. Rupees 50 shares is the face value. 10% discount will help us to get the market value. The number of shares purchased is the question, annual dividend, and rate of return on his investment. Let us start. As we know that the market value of shares can be given by the face value minus the discount, because here the shares are at discount. So we will subtract 10% of rupees 50. 10% of rupees 50 is 5. So the market value of share is rupees 45. As he invested rupees 22,500, so number of shares that he purchased can be given by 22,500 upon 45, that is 500. We are done with the first part. Now we have to find his annual dividend. We know the number of shares, we know the rate of dividend, we know the face value of the share. This will help us to find his annual dividend. Let us start. Dividend is given by number of shares, that is 500, multiplied by rate of dividend, that is 12%, multiplied by face value, that is 50. So on substitution and simplification, we get annual dividend as rupees 3,000. The rate of return means percentage return, which is given by income upon investment into 100. So we can go ahead to calculate it. We get 13.333%. Give your answer correct to nearest whole number, so which will make it 13%. This is the answer for the third part of the problem. Let us proceed. A man invested rupees 4,500 in shares of a company which is paying 7.5% dividend. If rupees 100 shares are available at a discount of 10%, find the number of shares purchased or his annual income. So we know the investment, we know the rate of dividend, we know the face value of the share, and they are available at the discount of 10%. This will help us to get the market value. So let us first find the market value of the share. It will be 100 minus 10% of 100, that is 90 rupees is the market value. And we know the investment is rupees 4,500 and market value is 90. This will help us to get the number of shares. We know that number of shares is investment upon market value of one share. So this will be 4,500 upon 90, that would be 50. Next, annual income. As we know the number of shares, we know the rate of dividend, we know the face value, we can easily find the dividend. So let us substitute and find it out. We get the dividend rupees 375. Let's come to this question. A company with 500 shares of nominal value rupees 120 declares an annual dividend of 15%. Calculate the total amount of dividend paid by the company. So a company has 500 shares and nominal value of shares is, or the face value of the shares is rupees 120. Rate of dividend we have, number of shares we have. We can easily find the dividend paid by the company. Let us find it out. It is rupees 9,000. So first part is done. The annual income of Mr. Sharma, who holds 80 shares of the company. Okay. Now there is somebody called Mr. Sharma who has 80 shares of this company. His annual income will be what? Same thing. Number of shares, that is 80, multiplied by rate of dividend, that is 15 upon 100 into face value of the share, which is 120. So we will use the same formula to find Mr. Sharma's annual income, and it is rupees 1440. Next thing they ask us that if the return percent of Mr. Sharma from his share is 10%, Mr. Sharma got 10% return. Find the market value of each share. So this income that he is getting is 10% of his investment. Let us first find his investment. We know that rate of return is income upon investment into 100. So we can say that 10 is equal to his income upon his investment into 100%. On solving this, we will get his investment as rupees 14,400. Now this is his investment. Okay. And he has 80 shares. So what is the market value of each share? It is investment upon market value of each share. We know that investment upon number of shares will give us market value of each share. We will use this formula to find the market value of one share, which is nothing but rupees 180. With this, we end up the questions based on shares and dividends. We have covered the board exam questions since last 10 years. If you understand the problems, you can hit a like button and share this video with your friends. You can subscribe this channel and press the bell icon to get the update of videos on new topic of ICSE section. If you wish to join me online, you can fill the inquiry form given in the description, or you can call me on my number given in the description. In the next session, we will take a new topic of ICSE mathematics. Till then, take care. Thank you.